Hey guys, Saf here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today they have announced at Plarium we are going to be getting the best raid event in Raid Shadow Legends. This is the best event that ever happens because it allows you to do so many different things, and of course the event I'm talking about is the free gear removal event. So from Saturday, which is tomorrow at 9 UTC, Saturday August 19th until Tuesday August 22nd, so that's about 3 days, we are reducing the amount of silver it takes to remove or swap artifacts and accessories by 100%. Now, they sometimes do half price. They're doing a full refill. It's really, really big. It's full. It's totally free. To see which boosts and effect, blah, 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 with all this other stuff we don't really care about. Now, why is this really good? Well, normally, if you're rebuilding a team or a single champion, you could be looking at anywhere between about 1 million silver to regear a champion. That is basically take artifacts off a champion who's wearing them and put artifacts from another champion onto that champion. It can go up as even as expensive as 1.4, 1.5 million. That's a lot of silver, especially if you're doing a team. That's like 6 million silver just to swap gear. So this is a massive moment if you have got a lot of champions that are in a bit of a bad state, or you want to get a bit of a whole-scale rebuild of your account. And it's on a weekend, which the last few ones have been kind of like, oh, we started on Thursday and ended on like Friday and Saturday, which is a bit awkward. You've got a full weekend to actually get all this done. There's no fusion going on either. There is a Titan event going on, which we're going to talk about in the video that I'm going to be releasing after this one. I just wanted to split the two videos up. I'm going to do a breakdown on the actual hero's path and have a look at what's in there. Obviously, there's a Roxam, so we'll have a talk about that in a specific video. But here, I just wanted to talk about the fact that this is an event you should take advantage of. They don't come around all that often. We get maybe like 4 or 5 a year, maybe 6 sometimes. But when they do come around, you can save yourself a boatload of silver. And silver is the most important currency in this game somewhat. Everything costs silver. When you want to summon champions, costs silver. When you want to fuse a champion, it costs you 1 million silver to fuse a legendary. When you want to level up champions in Tavern, that costs you silver. Upgrading artifacts costs you silver. So actually being able to save a boatload of silver and do this is a really good idea. What I want to do in this video is just go through some of the things you can do using this event, which you may not have thought about to maximize the value of it. But what I want to announce first, Hellhades isn't here, so we're kind of making an executive decision. You know, hopefully we don't burn the servers down, but we're going to be enabling free premium access to the optimizer for the duration of this event. So what does that mean? It means if you are a common user, so you haven't paid for a membership, you will now get access to artifact ratings. You will now get access to the new remote extractor and the remote optimization. So if you're a mobile only player and you want to give it a go, you can give it a go this weekend. We have had a number of different bugs and issues which we've been ironing out. The remote extractor was down for a couple of days, but it's been up now for about 24 to 48 hours. It looks pretty stable going forward. What we're also going to be doing is giving all free, so all common, all normal members who are trying it out 75 remote optimization tokens, and we're also going to be adding bonus tokens for everyone who is an existing premium member. So right now we have actually doubled the quota for all premium members to make up for the fact that the optimizers had a few issues. Duration of this event, you're probably going to move up to 3 times as much. So if that basically means if you're an uncommon member, you're going to get around about 200 optimization tokens to use for this event. Other premium perks you get is also like skill tabs. You also get like more enhanced sorting. You can really kind of do a bit of a deep dive. You get the full team details of team suggestions as well. So that will be enabled tomorrow around about the same time as this starts as well. So everyone can jump in and you can try that out. And yeah, we do that every time there's a free regearing event just to help you actually maximize the value of this event, because this event is such an important one for a lot of players and you can really get a lot of value out of it. So what I want to do now is just talk about what you can do with a free regearing event to really help you sort of maximize the event. Even if you're not ready to build teams right now, you can still gain some value out of this that you wouldn't have had before. So the first thing that I want to talk about is something I talked about on stream the other night, which is actually very important. A lot of my account problems, as you can see here, I've got a pretty nasty inbox, all right? I've got 231 items in the inbox. It generally becomes a storage of all my accessories and my artifacts, because I'd imagine a lot of you watching this video are going, yeah, I need more artifact storage. I need more accessory storage, right? I haven't got enough space. Well, what you can do with artifacts normally is the champions you don't use often, say someone like a Val here, I can put some artifacts on this champion. But what ends up happening over time is as you progress through the game, you get better gear. The older gear you kind of want to sell. You end up in a situation where if I look at some of my older champions, I'm probably holding on to gear that I probably would have sold, that I probably don't want anymore. So let's see, for example, if we find like a war chief, like we probably wouldn't keep this like defense 6-star rare. You know, we would probably have sold that. But the cost of actually taking gear off these champions isn't worth the sell on, because some of these campaign sets sell for like 30,000 silver. Well, it takes you like 50,000 silver to take it off. So you end up in the situation where I know there's probably a lot of artifacts in my storage that I probably should get rid of, that I should probably sell. But it's actually inefficient for me to do it, and it feels bad to be destroying artifacts that you could probably sell on. Well, in this moment, I can empty out a good 100 to 200 artifact storage space, find all these champions that are holding on to these subpar items, things that you don't want to keep. Let's see if we can find a really good example here of something that I've got gear that I definitely don't want to keep. This is like Light Swan here. 4-star boots. 4-star boots. There's a total waste of time, but it's just cost me more to remove it. Now, I obviously won't sell on for much value, but right now I can basically take that off for free in this Regearing event and sell it and generate silver. And once I've cleared out a bunch of these champions, I can reload all of my better artifacts, maybe artifacts that I might use in the future, or maybe it's on sets that maybe I need to keep some good storage of, something of that nature. I can just put them on these champions and put them in my vault so that I've got them and free up a boatload of artifact inventory. Same thing with the accessories. We can basically start clearing out maybe this refresh rings, because you never know when there's a champion that comes out that really can maximize the value, and it doesn't matter how bad they are. As you can see, the majority of my sort of 5-star gear is all cleansing and refresh accessories, because they're very hard to get. Refresh accessories are one of the hardest artifact sets to get. You can only buy one a day, and really, unless you're in gold tag team arena, you get like 4 to 5-star gear. It's really poor. So the fact that it's one of the rarest ones, I tend to keep stuff that I normally wouldn't keep. But obviously they're just clogging up the inventory space. But you don't want to sell them, because you never know when someone like Gnut comes out, where one refresh ring, doesn't matter how good or bad it is going to be much more valuable. So that's the first thing you can do. You can go through your old champions, look at all the artifacts that they're wearing, take them off for free, and sell those artifacts if you've grown beyond the quality of that artifact. You know, so you can get rid of your 4-star gears, your 5-star gears, and all those sorts of things. The second thing you can do is just take loads of artifacts off champions that have been built before that you now need to clear off. My free-to-play is what's going to take advantage of this. I know I need to rebuild my clan boss team eventually. So I could either, if I'm ready to build it this weekend, I can obviously build it. But if I'm not, I could decide I just want to sacrifice a couple of days, because I'm not hitting Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss right now. I'm hitting basically sometimes Top Nightmare, sometimes not. I could just take all the gear off all of those champions, put it in my artifact storage, so that when I actually am prepared and ready to build those champions, I haven't actually got a silver swap cost. I can do it on a much smaller budget. You could be going and looking at different champions that maybe have like some random gear you don't want on them. Just take them off so you get rid of the game, put it back to a blank slate. Maybe in next CVC, you plan to build your Emic. Maybe you didn't have enough books, and you know, at the moment you want to just keep him free of artifact storage. You can just go and take off anything you may have put on him at the time being. So yeah, it's very, very good. I think also, like, just talking on the Emic bug, Emic is bugged at the moment. If you put Guardian gear on him, you can swap that very quickly for free. Now, you might have already done that, but just that's the kind of stuff you can do. Take gear off champions that you're not quite ready to build yet, and just get rid of them so they're clean slates. So actually, when you go and build them, it'll be a lot cheaper for you to do. And then finally, obviously, the glaring thing, the obvious thing you can do, and the thing you would want to do, is now is the time to build your champions. Now is the time to build your team. Now is the time to use that optimizer, get the free perks, build your champions, find a way to get better quality outputs from all your different teams. Maybe you've pulled a champion during the CVC fusion, or during the fusion events, or maybe you've pulled one today, because the times 10 today is pretty good if you want to build a clan boss team, right? Seeker is access to a lot of 2-1 teams. Deacon, access to a lot of 2-1 teams. Doom Priest does make Affinity Friendly a bit of a solution. Demither, probably access to some of the best, if not the best, clan boss teams in the game. The rest are a little bit meh. I mean, Krisk is very strong with a Void Legendary. Roshkard would be very good as a block damage alternative, but I do feel like Demither teams are better than Roshkard teams, just on a general basis. So maybe you picked up this Seeker here and now you're ready to rebuild your clan boss team into a 2-1 or 3-1 if you really want to go crazy. Well, now is the best time to do that tomorrow, because you're going to save yourself potentially like 10 million silver. If you think about it, something like 1 to 1.5 million silver to rebuild a champion. You got to build 5 champions. It's like 8 million silver. Something like that. That's a lot. That's a major amount of silver. That's basically half an artifact enhancement event in one of these new fusion point breakpoints. So yeah, basically free weekend for regearing, and also we're adding free premium access to all users. Hopefully the servers won't burn down. We'll have to see what happens. I guess it's trial by fire. If our servers hold up against all of this pressure, then we've got we're pretty good to go for the rest of the optimizer's future. So yeah, there you go, guys. Let me know in the comments below how you plan on maximizing the value of this. It starts tomorrow at 9 a.m, so don't go running in and doing it right now. And the optimizer will be active as of tomorrow. Let me know in the comments below, how are you going to be maximizing this? I know for a fact I'm going to be doing a major gear cleanse and trying to get rid of all of my old 5-star, poor 4-star gear on all of these different champions and try and make some inventory space, because I'm always at cap and it's very exhausting. So we'll see what happens. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.